y'all, and welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and you got some rest and you're ready for the week ahead. And let's just see how God is going to minister to us. We are going to be reading from our little book, Hold Me Up a Little Longer, Lord, by Marjorie Holmes. The title is Nice Person. For me, it's on page 86 and 87. So let's just see how God's going to talk to us. Nice person. Please make me a nice person, Lord. Not nice in the normal sense, important as that is. Not nice, heaven forbid, in the sense of be careful she might be offended. But nice in the most human possible sense. Nice for my husband and children to come home to. Nice for my friends. Somebody really nice to know. But just as important as being nice to those dear to me, let me be nice to people whose lives even briefly touch mine. A waitress, a bus driver, a clerk, a child selling tickets to the scout circus, a stranger asking directions, a peddler, a beggar, yes, even a panhandler or a poor drunk. Don't let me ever be too much a lady to be kind. You know I can't be perfect, Lord, but please put a smile on my face more often than a frown. Whatever else is wrong with me, let me at least be nice to look at for that reason. And let me be nice to listen to. Keep the crossness out of my voice even when I'm tired and discouraged and exasperations mount. Don't let me take my secret miseries out on other people. Let the music of my love for them sing a stronger song. And let me be nice not only on the surface, Lord, but down, clear down. Genuinely interested in others, concerned with their problems, ready to help, to encourage, to go to bat for them, and so truly generous of spirit that their happiness and success is like my own. Make me a nice person, Lord, and for that right reason. Not to be popular, not to be so loved, not even to be liked, but because each step we take on the way to becoming a nice person is so rewarding and feels so good. And though the way is hard and we often stumble, each step leads us a little closer both to happiness and to you. Well, we've talked about this quite frequently on this channel, and how it is so much easier to just be kind and nice. Regardless to how you're feeling, I have found that even on the days where I'm just not feeling my best, or I might have, some things going on in my life, we all have things going on. If I will go out of my way, and what I mean by that is if I don't go with what I'm feeling at the time, but I will make a conscious effort to be kind, to be nice to others, it is like a domino effect. It comes full circle, and then I start feeling better just because I was nice and kind to others. And when she was talking here about, she wants to be nice for her husband and children to come home to, and for her friends, somebody nice to really know. But just as important as being nice to our family and our friends, she wanted the Lord to make sure that she was nice even to people who their lives and hers briefly touched. The waitress, the clerk, a drunk, a bus driver, a child selling tickets, strangers asking for directions, panhandlers. And in reading that, what come to my mind is, first of all, who are we to judge people by their lifestyles? It's not for us to judge. So when we're choose different classes, quote unquote, for a lack of a better word, of people to be nice to, just because these people might not necessarily fit into our life, meaning their lifestyles and our lifestyle don't line up, and it's completely opposite, and we don't even understand how or why. And what I'm talking about is like the panhandlers and the drunks and this and the that. Although that might not be the norm for us, who are we to judge? We don't know their history. We don't know their relationship with God. We don't know what battles the Lord has given them to fight. And who are we to judge? And it might just be our one act of kindness, our one moment of showing them niceness, just being gentle and sweet and kind to them, showing what a nice person we are. That might be the very moment that things click for them and change for them. We just never know. We never truly know the true impact that we have on others. We may be fortunate enough to know some of it, but there are so many that we come in contact with on a daily basis that we may never know the impact they have on our lives. And what I mean by that is, I will use, y'all know, if you know, I love to thrift. And I'll go to the same thrift stores frequently, sometimes 2-3 times a week, maybe even more. And so you get familiar with the workers and you get familiar with the people that you're gonna see. And there is this one guy at one of the thrift stores I frequent, and I just now have recently learned his name. But every time I go in there, he is so nice. He is so kind. And yeah, I know you're probably thinking, well, Donnie, that's his job to be nice and kind. It's different. You can tell when people are just doing it for their job, but you can also tell when they're just genuinely a good person and they really, truly are just a nice person. And I try always to get in his line to check out because I just enjoy being in his presence because he's got such a kind spirit about him. And I know that may not make sense, but then again, it may make sense if you've experienced what I'm talking about. And I just always, when I go in there, I just look forward to seeing his smiling face at the registers when I walk in, because when you walk in, you walk by the registers. And then I enjoy getting in his line to check out because I know it's going to be a pleasant experience. That's the kind of feeling I want people to have whenever they see me or they're around me. I want them to know that anytime they're going to be around me or they're going to see me, that they're going to feel that gentleness, that kindness from me. Because how can we claim to have the Spirit of the Lord living inside of us and we're just mean, cruel, miserable people? It just don't add up. If you have the joy of the Lord, the Spirit of the Lord living inside you, that does not mean your life is going to be perfect, but that does mean you are going to be able to face the things that life throws at you with a right spirit. Now, we may sway and flesh get in the way and we kind of get off kilter and we have to reel it back in and repent, but the Lord will guide us and direct us of that. And we as Christians, as believers in the Lord that know the power of the Lord and His Spirit, y'all, I just don't think that we can get away with not being nice. I just don't believe it adds up. I believe that we have to be nice. And being nice and wanting to be nice is a true sign of the goodness of the Lord living inside of us. I don't believe that you can claim, quote unquote, to have the Lord living inside your heart, being a Christian, loving God, and be a mean, nasty person. I just don't believe you can. It just does not go with everything, because the Lord is all about love. And I know this to be true because I know the person I used to be, and I know the person I am now. I'm a much softer, kinder person than I was before I let the Lord really have control of my life. As long as I was fighting Him and I didn't want no part of Him, I was a mean, nasty, vicious, vile human being. And I promise you, you didn't want to be in my presence if you had any goodness of the Lord in you. Now, if you were in the same way I was, oh yeah, we fed off of each other. But if you had the Lord inside you, if you were living for the Lord and you were living a good and decent life, and we come in contact before the Lord got a hold of me and I let Him work on me and change me, we would have butted heads and clashed because oil and water don't mix. But we can be that light for those that was like I used to be. Because let me tell you, it does make a difference. It does make a difference, because I cannot tell you how many times that I had been around people when I was in that time in my life, And when they would leave, I would have those moments of, oh my gosh, I so want to be like that. I want to be that kind of person. I want to be good, Lord. It doesn't matter how we are around other people. Whether they let you know it or not, they are looking. They are paying attention. They are watching. I promise you. And I know this from experience because I've been on both sides of it, y'all. And we, as the children of God, should let our light shine. And what better way to let our light shine in this dark, nasty, vile, wicked world than to show the love of God? And what better way of showing that than simply being nice? It may sound so elementary, it may sound so simple, but trust me, in the day and time that we live in today, if you are nice, if you are kind, if you are empathetic, if you show any love to any other person, you are standing out, because it is few and far between. Because this world we live in now is so vicious and vile and wicked. It is just so full of so much yuck and sin that, yeah, we are the minority, and we do stand out when we let our light shine. So I'm going to continue to pray that the Lord let me be a nice person, be kind to others, even on the days that I may not feel like it myself, because I know that if I show them kindness and I show them love of the Lord, then I too am going to get the rewards of that, because I'm going to start feeling better about myself. It's a proven fact. It's a proven fact. And it's just much easier to just be kind. And if you can't find yourself being kind, maybe just don't go out and be around people that day. Maybe if you know you're having a bad day, and it's probably not the best day for someone to be around you, then maybe just stay away from people, pray, let the Lord help you, and then face them on days that you know you're more apt to be able to be kind. It's really that simple. And you know, anytime we pray to the Lord and we ask Him to help us in any areas that we lack in, y'all, He's not gonna ignore us. He is going to help us. And we have that assurance that He has got us. So I hope this helps you. I hope it blesses you. It's a reminder to me, because I'm human too, and I have human emotions and human feelings, and I have days where I just am grumpy and cranky and I don't even like myself. So those days I tend to kind of just stay away from people, stay off of my phone, and just really try to pray through it and let the Lord help me. And He does. He does. And I have much more kinder days than I have those days, and that's a blessing in itself. I love y'all. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.